Hey guys, how you doing? Chris Rod back in the lawn again today. It's Tuesday. It is May 30th. Back in, just got home from work, taking care of our client properties, and as you guys can see, I definitely got to get on top of ours. Little sporadic spots that are still filling in, and I told you guys that we were going to be talking eventually about fertilizing my very own backyard. Man, but it's so green. Chris, why do you even need fertilizer? Well, we're going to talk more about that. Y'all stay tuned, follow along. Hey guys, all right, we are back in the lawn. It's Tuesday. It's nice. It was 100 freaking degrees out here in West Texas, El Paso Zone 8B. Some say 8A. Either way, look what we're doing today, okay? Now, past 2 years, I've been really focused on shopping local, supporting our local community. So what you see behind me is a fertilizer that you may not be able to get this specific variety, the Helena. But all you need to know is this is ammonium sulfate. So when you guys are fertilizing your lawn, if you're not in El Paso, you're on the East Coast, West Coast, North, Michigan, Florida, wherever, and you guys are trying to find or source an ammonium sulfate product, it may not be the Helena product, okay? But as you guys know, I have not fertilized this lawn, this lush green looking lawn behind you, all season long, okay? Now, Chris, why haven't you fertilized? Well, because I did a soil test, guys, and my soil test came back, and I was sufficient across the board on all my macros, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and all my micros, calcium, magnesium, manganese, zinc, iron. The only deficiency I had was boron. My pH was down to like I think it was a 6.8, which here in El Paso, because of our sandy soil systems, we're very alkaline traditionally. We're very alkaline, okay? So that typically means you're about an 8.0 or higher. Some you may, when I first started doing my soil test, I was like a 7.5, okay? I might have even been a 7.8, depending on which test I did. But either way, guys, it's springtime. We're going into the heat of the summer. We're preparing our lawns for that summer heat. If you've been following my channel, there's certain applications we've already done. I encourage you not only to subscribe to the channel right now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up, and if you like this information, stay tuned because we've got continued videos coming along, and I appreciate you guys following. But check out some of our previous videos on some of the applications that I've done throughout the season to get this kind of green lawn. Now, I am not going to lie to you and say it's the best and it's perfect, by no means, okay? There are intermittent spots, and you can even see some of the indentation, some low spots. You see a little bit of chlorosis from the mowing I just did right there. We got dog pee spots we're always trying to take them. There's always room for improvement, okay? And the way we do that is through applications, continued applications throughout the season. And one of those particular applications is fertilizing. So the reason why I have not fertilized was because of the soil test, but I also wanted to show you guys and gals what it's like to not have to fertilize your lawns and see how long it can actually take to get that nice, dense, thick carpet type turf, right? So we have issues. There are some trouble spots. We have some opportunities to get it nice and carpet thick. Let me show you guys. Let me walk you through real quick. Let me undo this cord. I had it charging. I got the phone charger down here, but let me show you a couple examples, okay? Okay, so when I say carpet-like thick, what I'm referring to is this dense turf right here. You guys see how dense that is? It is thick. It's thick. And then you've got some sparse areas like this that's not thick. It's very sporadic, I guess you could say. There are some opportunities for this turf to fill in and thicken up like what I just showed you. Same thing here. See if we can slow down because I want to show you this area right here. Again, not thick, right? There's areas next to it that are dense like carpet. So as you guys can see, there are some rooms, some areas of opportunity, and the way that we do that is frequent mowing. This is my second mow of the week already, guys. I try to mow at least 3 times a week. If you're mowing once a week and expect that dense turf, it may take some time, okay? The other way that we do this whole process is by applying fertilizer, okay? Now, as we're going into the heat of the summer and knowing your soil test, there may be a particular type of fertilizer that you should apply, and there may be one that you should stay clear away from. For example, what we practice going into the summer or in the summertime fertilizing is what's called spoon feeding, okay? Spoon feeding is essentially where you're micro dosing or giving the lawn a micro dose of fertilizer. You're going at that lower rate of nitrogen, okay? This ammonium sulfate is pure nitrogen. Basically, it is 21% nitrogen, okay? Total soluble nitrogen, 21%. There's no phosphorus. It's a 2100, no phosphorus, no potassium, okay? I'm looking for that push of growth on the lateral spread because I'm going to continue to mow and chop off that grass from the top, but push that energy on a lateral basis to fill in those areas of opportunity. So the next portion of this fertilizer application today that I'm going to be doing is simply a potassium hydroxide application, okay? This is your next level, your next next aerate fertility program. I keep wanting to say next, but it's from Greene County Fertilizer. It's just referred to as next, okay? 005 soluble potash, okay? Potassium hydroxide, 5%, okay? Humic acid, fulvic acid, okay? We're doing the humic acid treatment again, but aerate, I know we've done the soil, the core aeration on this side, the liquid, we're past that, guys. Now it's time to get dosage, okay? Dosages, if that's even a word. We're gonna be inducing that potassium into the lawn, the soil, the root system. We're getting it down. Potassium is what's going to build the cellular division inside those plant cell walls and strengthen it up in time for the summer heat, okay? But the nitrogen, that's where we're gonna get our push of growth, okay? Now again, I talked to you guys about spoon feeding, micro dosing. When we're doing these typical applications, we input about 3/4 of a pound of nitrogen in per application per 1,000 square feet. So what that means is on a typical application early spring or back into the summer, fall time, is that I'm going to be doing 3/4 pounds nitrogen, which means if you take that 21 and turn it into a decimal, okay, and you multiply that times 3 times 0.21, what is that? 0.62, okay, so if you did 3.5, that's probably going to put you in that 0.72, 0.73 range. If you did 4 pounds, 4 times 0.21 or 21% of that bag is nitrogen, that's going to give you 0.84. That's too much. 4 pounds is too much. So we're doing half that rate, okay? So we're going to apply 2 pounds of product, okay? 2 pounds of product is not a lot of product to spread throughout 1,000 square feet. So when you guys are picking your fertilizer, be mindful of the actual or the nitrogen content of the product you're using. So 2 pounds is going to give me 2 times 21% or 0.21. That's going to give me 0.42 pounds of nitrogen. That's less than half a pound of nitrogen for my very first application of 2023. And then we're going to go ahead and put down 6 ounces of the aerate, the 005, okay? This product contains 5% potassium hydroxide. We're gonna keep strengthening up those walls. That's gonna be my fertilizer application, just getting started in the summer. And then y'all stay tuned, because we do continue to fertilize during the summer heat with Bermuda grass. All right, guys, that's it. That's my first fertilizer application of 2023. Y'all stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for the follow-up video to see the response that we get from our very first fertilizer application of ammonium sulfate. 2 pounds, guys, 2 pounds. That's less than half a pound of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet, and a dose of 0.05 air rate from Green County Fertilizer. Some potassium. So basically, you can actually get a fertilizer like this that is granular, that's already got potassium inside of it. But locally, at our local nursery, they don't have a product like that I would recommend. That is nitrogen, no phosphorus, and it has some potassium in it, okay? But you can get those kind of products. I would highly recommend you check out Alan Hain, the lawn care nut. He's got a good summer stress blend of fertilizer from his company. That is, I can't even tell you the NPK rate off the top of my head, but if you can find something here locally in El Paso or wherever you're at that's staying away from the phosphorus, I would recommend that. But going into the summertime, keep it mild. Y'all stay tuned. If you got any questions, leave me a comment below. Check you guys later.